ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अध्याय 4 मंत्र 8 ऋचो अक्षरे परमे व्योमन् यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तन्न वेद किमृचा करिष्यति य इत्तद्विदुः त इमे समासते। A jnani is kritartha. Kritartha means kritaha arthaha yena saha kritartha. Artha means the sought after. What people seek is called artha. The word artha has many meanings in Sanskrit. Artha means money also. Artha means meaning also. But if you look into the derivative meaning of artha, अर्थ्यते इति अर्थः। अर्थ्यते काम्यते इति अर्थः। That which is desired, that which is sought after is called artha. What do we seek in life? We seek many things. We seek a bottle, we seek a mobile phone, so many things. Whatever is there in the table is sought after by me. So we seek many things. But why do we seek even these things? Even these things are sought for the sake of happiness. Suppose these things do not give me happiness, I am not going to seek it. Therefore, our desire for any object in the world is based on the desire for happiness. Therefore, essentially, what do we seek? What we seek is nothing but happiness. All that we want is happiness. Therefore, the true artha is happiness. Kritartha means one who has accomplished the happiness, one who has found the happiness. Kritaha means praptaha, arthaha yena saha kritarthaha. One who has attained the happiness is called kritartha. Who is a true kritartha? The Upanishad says, a jnani is kritartha. Only a jnani can be truly kritartha. Because as long as there is ajnana, one cannot find the ultimate happiness, the lasting happiness. Therefore, jnani eva kritarthaha. A jnani alone is kritartha. Whereas an ajnani, despite all his accomplishments in the material domain, an ajnani is akritarthaha. He might have earned money, but what is the use of the money when he has not found a permanent happiness? All the money is going to be left in this world. When we leave this body, we are not even going to carry a single penny. There is a beautiful shloka regarding what we take during our final journey. Dhanani bhumau pashavascha goshthe bharya grihadvare janasmashane dehaschitayam paralokamarge karmanugo gacchati jiva ekaha. Dhanani bhumau. It is about somebody in olden days. He accumulated a lot of wealth. In olden days there was no bank. So where will he store them? Underground. Somewhere he has hidden underground, and he has not told anyone the money is buried here. So when he leaves the body, the money remains there. Pashavascha goshthe, he has many cattle, cows, horses, etc. Where will they remain? In the Goshtha, in the cowshed. Bharya grihadware. His wife can come only up to the door of the house when the person is carried to smashana. In olden days, women were not allowed to go to smashana. So, bharya grihadware, janaha smashane, other people, even the closest relatives, they can come up to smashana, up to crematorium. Dehaschitayam, even this body is burnt, reduced to ashes in the chita, in the funeral pyre. Paralokamarge jivaha ekaha gacchati. In the path of paraloka, the jiva goes all alone. And who carries him? Karmanugaha. He has to go in accordance with his punya papa. What he carries is nothing but his punya and papa. Nothing else can be carried from this world. Therefore, all the wealth that people accumulate, it is of no use as long as it does not support the pursuit of Atmajnana. That is why Shankaracharya, while explaining a mantra, there is a mantra in Taittiriya Upanishad. The first valli of Taittiriya Upanishad, known as Shiksha Valli, there is a mantra for wealth. Tato me shriyamavaha. There is a mantra. Bring me wealth. This mantra is there in Taittiriya Upanishad. Shankaracharya discusses what is the purpose of this mantra, bring me wealth. That is too in the Upanishad. In the Veda Purva, there are many such mantras, because Karma Kanda has so many mantras for wealth. But in the Upanishad portion, there is a mantra for wealth. Tato me shriyamavaha. What is the purpose of this mantra? Shankaracharya says, even though directly the mantra is praying for wealth, the prayer is ultimately meant for moksha. How it is meant for moksha? Shankaracharya says, one earns money for the sake of dharma. Artha, the wealth, is meant for dharma. A Vaidika prays for wealth so that he can do dharma. He can perform yajna, he can perform dana, he can perform so many types of service activities, charitable works. That is why he seeks wealth. Not for accumulation, not for bhoga, but for dharma. And that dharma, the dharma that he performs, in due course of time, it will give him chitta shuddhi. And then he will be eligible for Atmajnana. That is how even the wealth can serve the pursuit of moksha if it is handled properly with the proper attitude. That is why Bhartrhari says, Danam bhogo nashastisro gatayo bhavanti vittasya yona dadati na bhunte tasya tritiya gatir bhavati. Bhartrhari says, wealth has three gatis. Money can take three courses. The first one and the best one is a dhanam, giving. The best form of utilization of wealth is a dana. Give. Give with the proper attitude. Bhagavad Gita talks about Satvika Dana. Datavyamiti yaddanam diyate nupakarine. Deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. Datavyam iti diyate. The dana is given with an attitude of dharma. It is my duty to give. I should give. Anupakarine diyate. It is not given with any expectation of return. If I give to an institution, I will get special privilege in the institution. I will get a special treatment in the institution. My name will be put on the board in the institution. See, there is a board. Dana is not given with that attitude. If dana is given with that attitude, it is Rajasadya dana. Satvika dana, without any expectation of return, it is given. Such dana is called Satvika dana. So the proper utilization of wealth is a dharma. Artha should lead to dharma, and dharma should lead to moksha. So a jnani alone is kritartha. An ajnani, irrespective of the magnitude of his accomplishments, he is an akritartha. He has not accomplished the ultimate purpose of life. He has not found absolute fulfillment in life. He might have won a Nobel Prize, yet he has not accomplished fulfillment in life. Recently, I heard of a study. They interviewed very highly accomplished people, like the most successful cricket players, most successful athletes, most successful in many other fields like science, etc. Those who have received Nobel Prize, etc. What is the level of their happiness? What is the level of their satisfaction? What they found is, when they received the Nobel Prize, at that point of time, their happiness graph went very high. Like stock market, all-time high. But after that, after a while, maybe after 6 months or 1 year or 2 years, it just came down, normal. Therefore, in effect, the award has not added much to their happiness. For a while, the graph might have gone up, then it is all the same. That is what the Upanishad is trying to say. Nothing other than Atma Jnana can lead to permanent happiness. Nothing other than Atma Jnana can lead to absolute fulfillment in life. See, the first half is describing the Brahman, the Paramatma. Yasmin Richaha Akshare Parame Vyomni. Yasmin, in which Brahman, the Brahman is Richaha Akshare. Brahman is the Akshara. Naksharati iti Aksharam. It is imperishable. Naksharati. It is imperishable. Everything other than Brahman is perishable. Sarve kshayantani chayaha. Patananta samuchayaha. Sanyoga viprayogantaha. Maranantam hi jeevitam. This is a very beautiful shloka in Mahabharata. Sarve kshayanta nichayaha. Any accumulation is subject to depletion. Any accumulation. Accumulation of petroleum. Petroleum is depleting. Water, subject to depletion. Wealth is subject to depletion. So, sarve kshayanta nichayaha. All accumulation are subject to depletion. Patananta samuchayaha. Any ascendance is subject to a downfall. If you study the history, there are many dynasties, whether it is in India or abroad. Every dynasty has its peak, its best period, its golden period. Whether it is Vijayanagara Empire, or Kadamba Empire, Kadamba dynasty, Chalukya dynasty, Pallava dynasty, Chola dynasty, Maurya dynasty. Every dynasty had its own best period. And then there is a downfall. After a while, that dynasty is gone. How many dynasties have remained? All gone. Patanantaha samuchchayaha. Sanyoga viprayogantaha. All associations are subject to dissociation. Any relation is subject to breakdown. Breakdown or break up, I don't know. Maranantam hi jeevitam. Any life culminates in death. There is no life without death. If there is life, there has to be a death also. Therefore, everything in the world is a kshara, perishable. The only imperishable is Atma, Brahman. Therefore, it is called Aksharam. Richo Akshare. The Akshara is revealed by the Rik. Rik stands for Veda. Vedavedyaha Aksharaha. Vedavedyam Aksharam. The Akshara is revealed by the Veda. Veda is the Pramana. And it is Parame Vyoman. Parame Vyomni. Vyoman is Chandasa. It should be Saptami Vibhakti. Vyomni. The Saptami Vibhakti is dropped. That is why it has become Vyoman. It is the Paramavyoma. Brahman itself is called Paramavyoma. The greatest Akasha. The greatest space. The supreme space. Why Brahman is called the supreme space? It is because Brahman is the space of the space also. Everything is in Akasha. The table is in Akasha. The earth is in Akasha. The galaxies are in the Akasha. Where is the Akasha? What is the support of the Akasha? It is Brahman. Akasha is supported by Brahman. Tasmadva etasmadatmana akasha sambhutaha. The Akasha came from Brahman. Brahman is the Karana of the Akasha also. Therefore, even the Akasha is resting on Brahman. Therefore, it is called Parama Akasha. It is the space of space. Yasmin Vishve Devaha Adhinisheduhu. Vishve Devaha. All the Devatas are supported by the Brahman. Adhinisheduhu. They are dependent on the Brahman. Without Paramatma, the Devatas cannot even function. Bhishasmad dvatah pavate bhishodeti suryaha bhishasmad agnischendrascha mrityurdhavati panchamaha. So, bhishasmad dvatah pavate bhayadasyagnisthapati. The wind blows on account of the presence of Paramatma. All the Devatas are able to do their work on account of the presence of the Ishvara. Therefore, Sarve Devaha, all the Devatas are supported by the same Paramatma. They are dependent on the same Paramatma. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Aham hi sarvayajnanam bhokta cha prabhurevacha. The Ishvara alone is the recipient of all yajnas. You may perform a yajna addressing a particular devata. Indraya idanna havirna mama. I offer this havihi to Indra. Agnaye idam havihi. This havi is for Agni. This is for Prajapati. Prajapataye swaha. You may offer the havish, the oblation, addressing any devata. But ultimately, all the havish goes to the same Ishvara. Therefore, aham hi sarvayajnanam bhokta. Because in the form of those devatas, the same Ishvara is receiving the havis. And Prabhurevacha, who gives the result of the karma, it is also the same Ishvara. Therefore, यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तं न वेद किम ऋचा करिष्यति. If one does not understand the Brahman, किम ऋचा करिष्यति, what will he do with the Rik? What will he do with the Vedas if he has not understood the Brahman? Meaning, without understanding the Brahman, any other sadhana, any other accomplishment is useless. Even the Vedas are useless if they do not help you to understand the Brahman, to get the Brahmajnana. Therefore, in Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, Anadhite pare tattve शास्त्राधीतिस्तु निष्फला. अधीतेपि परे तत्वे शास्त्राधीतिस्तु निष्फला. अनधीते परे तत्वे. If the Paratattva, the Brahman, is not understood, then any amount of studying the Shastra is useless. It may give some intellectual satisfaction. I have studied this, I have studied that. It is an intellectual luxury. An intellectual accomplishment. But it does not bring about absolute fulfillment. So, yahatam na veda, one who does not understand the Brahman, any other accomplishment, here richa does not mean only study of the Veda. It stands for any other pursuit, any other accomplishment, whether it is dharma or whether it is artha, wealth. It is redundant. Ya ittad vidusta ime samasate. Those who know Brahman, ye ittad viduhu. Those who know the Brahman, the Brahmajnanis. The Upanishad says, te ime samasate. They are sitting here. The Brahmajnanis are sitting here, implying that there are Brahmajnanis. Don't think there are no Brahmajnanis. Generally, people have a tendency to think everybody is like me only. If I am corrupt, everybody is corrupt. It is not so. The corrupt people will say, nobody is honest. The liar will say, nobody speaks truth. This is the Asuri tendency. Asatyamapratishtante jagadahuranishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kimanyat kama haitukam. According to the Asuri people, the people who have the Asuri tendency, there is no truth in the world. Everyone is telling lies. So everyone is like me, they think. But it is not so. Kabir Das has told something. बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिला कोई, जब दिल खोजा अपना, मुझसा बुरा न कोई. I tried to find the bad person in the world. But I didn't find any bad person. When I looked into my own mind, I found all the evil is within me only. Therefore, it is not true to say that there is no Brahmajnani. There is nobody committed to dharma. It is not true. We may not be committed to dharma. We may make compromises with the dharma, but there are some people who hold on to dharma, who hold on to truthfulness. And then there are people who are Brahmajnanis. The Upanishad is trying to show us there are Brahmajnanis. And not only they are Brahmajnanis, they are Kritakrityaha, Kritarthaha. They have found a fulfillment in life. Next mantra. Chandamsi yajnaha kratavo vratani bhutam bhavyam yaccha veda vadanti asman mayi सृजते विश्वमेतत् तस्मिंश्चान्यो मायया सन्निरुद्धः. Ishvara and Jiva. The difference between Ishvara and Jiva is caused by the Maya. There is no difference between Jiva and Ishvara other than the difference projected by Maya. What is the difference? The Ishvara is Mayadhisha. He is the Lord of Maya. He wields his Maya and he creates the universe. Whereas the Jiva is Maya Adhina. He is under the spell of Maya, under the clutches of Maya. This difference between Ishvara and Jiva is being explained in this mantra. Mayi etad vishwam srajate. Look into the third pada, third quarter of the mantra. Mayi etad vishwam srajate. Ishvara is Mayi or Mayavi, one who has Maya, the Lord of Maya. With the help of his Maya, he creates this whole universe. What are created? Asmat, from this Mayi Ishvara, Chandamsi, the Vedas, Yajnaha, Yajnas, Kratavaha. Kratavaha refers to certain types of Vedic sacrifices. Yajnaha and Kratavaha. Both are fire sacrifices, but there is a slight difference between them. In Yajna, there is no Yupa Sambandha. While performing certain types of Yajna, they put a post of wood. That post is called Yupa. It is meant for tying the Pashu. Yupe Pashum Badhnati in a Vedic sacrifice. So, Yupa Sambandha Rahita Vihita Kriyaha Yajnaha. Yajna means the Kriyas where there is no Yupa. Where Kratu means there are Yupa. That is the difference. Certain Vedic sacrifices are called Yajna. Certain other Vedic sacrifices are called Kratu. Vratani, various vratas. How to translate vrata? All these things don't have translation. These are non-translatables. Yajna, Kratu, Vrata. In fact, many words cannot be translated. For example, after this you will go down and have prasada. How to translate prasada? What is the English word for prasada? There is no translation. That is why translation does not work. if we have to understand the Shastra, we should learn our languages. A language that is foreign to this culture cannot explain the Shastra properly. That is why many people discourage us from teaching in English. Recently, a scholar came, a Vaidika. He said, Nam lechitavai. You should not teach in English the Shastras. Then I said, yeah, it is true. We cannot teach the Shastra in English. Shastras cannot be taught in English because you cannot translate these words. Then what are you doing? I am not teaching the Shastra in English. The Shastra is taught in Sanskrit only. I am just using English so that it can be understood better. So, vratani, there are various vratas. Chandrayanadini, Chandrayanadi vratas, like Ekadashi vrata, Sankashta Chaturthi vrata, Navaratri vrata, Navaratram, various vratas are there. Bhutam, the past, Bhavyam, the future, Yacha Veda Vadanti, and even those objects that are revealed by the Veda, like Swarga, etc., other lokas. All these come from the same Ishvara. Entire cosmos emerges from the same Ishvara. Therefore, Ishvara is Maya Adhisha, the ruler of the Maya, and being the ruler of the Maya, he is the ruler of the whole universe. Whereas, tasminschanyo mayaya sanniruddhaha, anyaha, the other one, meaning jiva, ishwarad anyaha, one who is different from Ishvara. Tasmin, in the jagat, in the srishti, mayaya sanniruddhaha, he is bound by the Maya. He is held hostage by Maya. This is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. Jiva is Maya Adhina. He is under the control of Maya. Somebody gives an example. A boy, a young boy, child, was going somewhere with his father on the road. When he goes on the road, in front of him, there was a police, and with the police there was a thief. They were coming. The thief, one police constable has caught a thief. Then the child asked, "Dad, what is this?" Then The father tells the child, he is a thief and the police has caught him. They are taking him to the jail. Then as they go ahead, there was another gentleman, another man coming with the 2 or 3 policemen. Then the child asked again, what is this? Then the father said, this is a little bigger thief. That is why he needs 2 policemen. Then they went ahead. As they went ahead, there was a great chief minister or somebody was traveling, coming, minister. And the minister was surrounded by many policemen. They happened to come across that a minister surrounded by many policemen, security. Then this child shouted, Dad, a big thief is coming. So, Ishvara, he has the entire universe in front of him. He is the ruler of the universe. The Maya does not bind the Ishvara, whereas the Maya binds the Ishvara, the Jiva. This is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. And the difference between Jiva and Ishvara is only an apparent difference because it is caused by Maya. Maya itself is mithya. Therefore, the difference between Jiva and Ishvara is also unreal, mithya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.